Hey, Seth? You got a minute? Kristen! Are you there? It's kinda urgent. Don't you think it's about time you let Jason go? I feel sorry for him being strung along like that. It's time to free Jason!
What? Strung along? What's that supposed to mean? More to the point, what's it got to do with you?
You know what I mean. You can't really call him a fiancé, can you? You basically don't do anything for him. You just got your hand out, living on his charity. And he's such a nice guy, he doesn't even notice. Don't you feel like it's about time to get out and be yourself? Support yourself? Be your own woman? Stand on your own 2 feet!
What's gotten into you all of a sudden? I was just about to go to bed. It's been a long day. For the record, Jason and I don't have any plans to break up, so if you don't mind, keep your nose out of our business. And what do you mean, living on his charity?
Jason told me. He said you were fired from your job.
What?
Yeah, I bumped into him on the way home last night, so we decided to go for a drink. We got to talking about things, and he told me.
Really? I asked him not to tell anyone. I'm fine, and I didn't want you all to worry for no reason. But he just went ahead and told you, huh?
I understand how you must be feeling.
By the sound of your tone, I don't think you do.
But you should try and put yourself in his shoes. It must be pretty stressful having to support a girlfriend who is unemployed. He's a sensitive guy. You should think about the burden he must be feeling.
Oh, so you know all about him now, do you? Best buddies, are you?
I think he just needed a shoulder to cry on. A way of venting his frustrations or something like that. Even the toughest guys need to let off steam occasionally. I know a lot about these things.
You know a lot about men, I'll give you that.
You guys are just so different. He's not like you.
Oh?
Yeah, he's kicking butt at his company. Top of sales 5 months in a row. That program he is working on is amazing. Every company that adopts it sees profits rise an average of 10%.
Do you even know what he does?
Well, not exactly, but it's computers, right? What's there to know?
It's cybersecurity and anti-cyber terrorism.
Yeah, that's what I said. Computers. Sounds like he's got the Midas touch. And you don't even appreciate how hard he works. He's so clever, too. He was talking on and on about it, and I just got lost in his eyes. You don't suit him at all. Such a mismatch. He confided all kinds of things to me.
And you're qualified to say who is a match for who, are you?
Hey, it's right there for everyone to see. He's a computer whiz, and you're... well, you're you.
Ever heard of opposites attract? We suit each other just fine. We complement each other. He may be a computer whiz, but he can't even put his socks on in the morning without me.
Oh, I'd have his socks color-coded and laid out for each day of the week.
Creepy.
Sounds like you've latched onto a guy on his way to the top, and now you're just putting your feet up. And what are you? Some dumb girl who lost her job and now does the midnight shift at the Spendy Mart. What a pair. What were you saying about complimenting each other?
He told you about the Spendy Mart?
Yeah, I said he really opened up. I got the feeling he had a lot of pent-up frustration. Have you been keeping him happy?
Happy?
Yeah, you know. Happy. Wink, wink.
I'm not going to answer that. What, was that something he confided in you too?
He told me pretty much everything. How you'd been fired and couldn't transfer to the same sector, and now you were having to work late nights serving rotten hot dogs to drunks? What part of that compliments Jason? That's your yin to his yang?
I'm just doing a few shifts at the Spendy Mart, so I don't need to touch my savings. I'm looking for a new job. I don't want my resume to be filled with stints at loads of companies, okay? I'm taking my time to find the right place to work next. I've got to think of the future.
If you really were thinking of the future, you'd let poor Jason escape your grasp. You're a dead weight around his neck, dragging him down to your level. He told me, He said he wants to break off the engagement, but he doesn't know how you'll react, so he can't bring himself to do it.
He said that?
Who wouldn't? It was all plain sailing when you were both working, but who wants to be engaged or worse, married to someone who doesn't have a job? What's that song? There ain't nothing that I need but the rent? That's the one.
Yeah, that's not how it goes.
You say you're looking for a new job, but all the while you're pouring slushies for drug addicts and the homeless. You're an embarrassment. There, I said it. Who in their right mind would want to marry someone like you with no prospects?
You don't have to put it like that.
You should do the right thing. If you love him, it's the best thing to do. That's a song too. If you love someone, let them free.
Again, you've heard that one wrong.
Who cares? I'm not the one destroying the hopes of a promising young man. You really need to let him free.
Hey, Kristen. I told you I was working from home today, right? So, where's my lunch? I remember telling you. I can't see it anywhere. I looked in the cupboard and in the fridge. Hey! I'm starving here! Jesus, woman, what does a guy have to do to get a sandwich around this joint? I thought the deal was you made my lunch, then went to work. Damn it, woman. If you can't even do that, then I'm not paying for all this food. What's wrong with you all of a sudden? We decided that you'd make your own lunch on days you worked from home. At least, that's what I thought we agreed on. I'm going to be working from home from now on, so here are the new rules. Before you go to your crappy little job at the Grubby Mart or whatever it's called, you will make my lunch. Got it? What? Can't you do that yourself? It's not that hard to make a sandwich or a salad. There's leftover Mexican in the fridge you could heat up. If that doesn't appeal to you, why not Uber in something? I've heard good things about that rib place down the street. What's with that attitude? You, a convenience store worker, are telling me, a top cybersecurity programmer, that you want me to make my own lunch? Did I wake up in upside down land? What? Where did that come from? You only have a roof over your head because of me. Have you forgotten that? You live a life of total comfort. Nice condo, nice food. You want for nothing. And yet you can't even make me some goddamn lunch? Who do you think pays for all this? Wait just a minute. I'm putting in shifts at the Spendy Mart so I can pay my share. It might be low-wage work, but it's still work. Jason, what's up? Has something happened? You aren't acting like your usual calm but slightly confused self. Have you been watching that self-styled man's man on YouTube again? You know he was arrested in Bulgaria, right? Since last week, you've been acting all man about the house. At first it was kind of a turn-on, but now it's just misogynistic. A few days ago, I heard you went out for a few drinks with my sister. Yes, and as I was talking to her, I realized something. I've been way too soft on you. I've been spoiling you. Too soft, huh? Yeah. I'd never noticed, but when Carla pointed it out, I could clearly see how you were walking all over me. She encouraged me to stand up and be a man. She also said that if you really loved me, you'd be trying as hard as possible to find a new job instead of giving up and settling for the Spendy Mart. You just make excuses, and meanwhile, I'm working my butt off to pay for everything. She said you were probably using getting laid off as a way to just stop working altogether. Only the super rich can afford the luxury of being housewives. I may be earning good money, but it will always be better if you are earning a real salary too. That's what she said? Yes. And that's how you feel? I won't let you put your feet up and do sweet nothing but watch TV while I'm toiling away every day. It's not fair. This is 2025. Women should be working hard alongside their men. I'm not getting married to a deadweight. If you want to marry me, you'd better be working right up to the day you deliver our first child. So I decided, I'm not going to treat you like an equal until you get a new job. A real job. That's what you decided, huh? What you decided? Yes. Not what my sister decided you should decide? No. Well, she did give me the push I needed to say it, but I've been thinking it since you started at that convenience store. Really? And when did I start? Actually, when did I stop working at Slappington, Goldman and Waits? You tell me. I see. So you can't tell me when I stopped working at the law firm or when I started working at the Spendy Mart, but you have been feeling that you should start being stronger and more assertive towards me. Yes. This is the same guy that forgot his own birthday and didn't notice when I let a homeless woman live in the apartment for 2 weeks? You let a what? Anyway, yes, this is the new me and those are the new conditions. If you don't like it, get a new job. What you just said about giving up work and becoming a housewife? You've been totally misled. I have no intention of doing that. I could go out and get a job right now, today, if I needed to. But if I want to continue as a lawyer, I need to choose my next place of employment carefully. The last thing I want to do is spend hours and hours doing legal paperwork only to gain no experience and have some AI bot take my job in the end. Do you understand what I'm saying? I need to be careful before I sign any contracts. I certainly don't want to have to take a lower salary. What a crock. It's all just excuses so you can lie around and watch TV while I've got my nose to the grindstone. Get a job! If you can't do that, then fine. Stay at your stuffy mart job. But you better make damn sure all the cooking and cleaning is done. Then and only then I might feel that I'm not the only one working hard. Unbelievable. If you don't like it, don't be there when I get home. We are through. But hey, you're 32 this year. If you break up with me, who's going to want a 32-year-old who works at the Swanky Mart, huh? Probably no one. Jason. I'll let you off just this once. But from now on, you better have 3 meals a day on the table. Washing, cleaning, cooking. Make sure you do it all and do it thoroughly. I'll be checking that you have scrubbed the shower and cleaned behind the fridge.
You aren't still at the Spendy Mart, are you?
You know the answer to that. What do you want?
Yeah, I know you are. I'd die of shame if anyone found out. My hotshot lawyer's sister, down on her luck and forced to work the late shift at a convenience store. You don't have your name on a badge, do you? You should change it if you do. I don't know how you look at yourself in the mirror. If anyone ever asked me if we were related, I deny it.
What do you want? I was 30 minutes from the end of my shift and Louise called in sick. I told him to get his butt down here now, but apparently he's been shot. Can't argue with that, so here I am doing a double shift. I've only got a 10-minute break, so I'm not spending it wasting time on you. You're like a little fly buzzing around my head. I haven't got time for you tonight, Carla. What do you want?
Sorry! Right, okay then. I'll just give it to you straight. Jason and I are getting married. There, I said it.
What?
Yep. I'll let you get back to cleaning out the soda machine or unblocking the toilet. While you're doing that, I'll be taking all your things from the condo and putting them on the curb outside.
You wait just a damn minute.
Don't worry, I'll be careful with it.
How can you suddenly be getting married to Jason?
It's not sudden at all. We've been dating for over a month now. You were too busy at the filthy mart to notice.
I can't. Seriously?
I told him to make a choice. Keep dragging things out with my no-hope sister or marry me. It was a no-brainer, really. I don't know why he didn't make up his mind sooner. It feels good to finally be able to say it. We are getting married. I'm his fiancée. Ooh, it has a lovely ring to it. Oh, hey, that reminds me. He's buying me an engagement ring this weekend. You didn't even get that far, did you? Sis.
What's going on? How can you have decided to take your sister's fiancé after just 1 month? You don't even know if you guys are compatible.
1 month is all I need to know what a great guy he is and how you don't deserve him.
So, in other words, he's been having an affair with you behind my back for the last month? My fiancé. With my own sister?
Don't be too hard on him. Look at it from his point of view. He's pretty indecisive, so when a cute young thing like me comes along and pushes him in the right direction, he's bound to follow along. Given the option of me, or a 30-ish old lady who cleans convenience store toilets, well, it's obvious, isn't it? He'd choose me any day of the week. Most men would. In fact, I think all men would. Just compare the facts. I'm 28 and working for a huge multinational corporation, and you have almost no job and are 4 years older. Jason said you don't even bother with makeup anymore. Whichever way you look at it, Jason and I just make a better couple than you guys ever did. Or ever will. So I'd like to ask the freeloader to kindly vacate the condo and never talk to us again.
And I'm the freeloader in this conversation?
Who else is there? Really, you are making this more difficult than it needs to be. I'm doing most of the work as we text. Just grab the rest of your things after your shift, and everyone can move on from this unfortunate event. Just go away quietly into the night. There's totally no point in clinging on desperately. You'll just embarrass yourself even more. I'll move into the condo and take up where you left off.
Thank you, Carla.
Okay.
I'll have a moving company pick my things up as soon as you've put them on the curb. Let me know when you've moved everything. Oh, and please tell Jason thank you and good luck. I think it's best if I don't say goodbye in person.
Are you okay? You're taking this very well. Suspiciously well. Your little sister is taking your fiancé and you are saying thank you? I expected a little more of a fight. Nothing? Just thank you? Are you in shock? Geez, I hope that's not what's happening. Remember when Aunt Annie saw her grandmother nude and the shock made her silent for the rest of her life?
Sorry, but I'm fine. Good luck, sis. I'm happy you took him off my hands, so I was just expressing my gratitude by saying thank you.
I don't get it. You are happy? I took your fiancé! The guy you've been living with all these years.
Yes, go ahead. Please take him. I've no need for a useless deadweight with no money.
No money?
Yeah, he tells people he's working for a big company, but it's his company. No, Carla, you go ahead and take him. I hope you two will be very happy together. You're right. You are much more suited to him than I am. He hasn't really been making money at all. He tells people his latest program is selling, which it was, but it's had so many problems that he's had to give free upgrades and updates almost daily. He's not actually making any money. So you are doing me a favor, sis. Thanks for always being there for me.
Holy crap, are you serious?
Why would I lie about something like that? He's basically penniless. All the money he had went into starting his business. He told you he'd started working from home, right?
Yes, of course he told me that.
Did he tell you why?
Yes, he said he was sick of traveling into the office every day when he could do everything at home. It sounded like a good idea.
Partly true. He couldn't afford to pay the rent on his office, so he was forced to let his office staff go and move out.
Seriously?
That's not all. His business partner ran up a mountain of debt then disappeared, leaving Jason with millions of unpaid loans.
How? He told me he was working for one of the biggest tech firms in the country, and he was doing so well that the boss was going to make him head of the cybersecurity team.
Again, that's partly true. They were getting some recognition for the work they were doing, and sales were good at the start. But the boss is him, and he was the head of the cybersecurity team because he decided to make himself the head. Sounds like some creepy schizophrenia Norman Bates situation.
Oh, I get it. You're making it up. You just can't stand the fact that your hot younger sister has taken the guy you thought would let you be a lazy housewife for the rest of your life.
Right. I'm sure it is hard to swallow when it's all laid out like this. I was like you at the start, too. I wouldn't believe it. How could he seem so successful and yet be such a dismal businessman? There were a few magazine articles about him when they first started the company. Innovision was the darling of Wall Street right after the IPO. Apparently, he actually was good at what he did, but they tried to go too big too fast and couldn't deliver on promises. Remember that law that was passed a few years ago that restricted law enforcement agencies from using predictive crime-fighting tools? That was Inavision.
Now you've lost me.
Well, anyway, I started hearing about what was really going on there. First, it was just complaints, and they'd send a team of IT guys out to fix problems. Then it started to get worse, and there were a few incidences of very sensitive data leaks, which, of course, Inavision got the blame for. Right now, there are 5 cases about to go to trial.
Well, and he told you all this?
No, he's keeping up the facade of the successful tech entrepreneur. I bumped into one of the office staff who had been laid off. Coincidentally, we used to go to college together. We went out for a drink and she started to tell me what was happening. That was right around the time when you and Jason went for that drink. She asked me outright, "What the hell is that guy doing? He screwed us all," were her exact words, I think. I stopped her right there and grilled her on the whole thing.
This isn't true. It can't be true.
Ask him for yourself. That's not all, though.
Oh God, there's more?
He's also under investigation by the IRS for falsifying expenses and avoiding taxes. Anyway, sis, I've got to get back to work. After my shift, I'll just find a cheap hotel to stay at for a few days. Don't worry about me. I'll call a company to pick up my things. Let me know when you've finished moving everything.
How the hell did you find out about everything? Hey, were you spying on me?
I bumped into one of your former employees. If I hadn't, I'd probably still think you were a tech kingpin. I may have just continued to let you walk all over me and treat me like you were doing. And to think, I was using my savings to pay the rent on our place. Do you even know how much it was?
Yeah, about that.
$3,000 a month. That's no small amount. Of course, I'm not getting that much from working part-time at the Spendy Mart, but at least I'm making enough to cover daily expenses. We had a deal that you would pay for those, though. And you put money away in the savings account each month, remember? Then I lost my job. I didn't want to cause you any stress because I thought you were doing your best with Inavision. I just kept paying the rent from my savings and money from the Spendy Mart. I lost my job, but I didn't wallow in self-pity. I got a job that very day, if you remember. You probably don't. And I have money from investments. I managed to keep paying the rent.
Yes, I'm grateful to you for that. I respected your resilience in the face of it all. You didn't let anything get you down. I will be forever grateful.
Respect? So you showed me respect by demanding I make your meals and clean the house every day? I knew you'd lost everything and we were being crushed under a mountain of debt, but I didn't say anything. I was waiting for you to come to me, to discuss it. At that point, I still thought we were a team. But instead of anything like that, you went straight into the arms of my sister.
I didn't know where to go or what to do.
You know she's highly unstable, right? You'll never be rid of her now. Any chance you had at turning Inavision around is gone now.
Unstable?
As they come. She's had so many restraining orders, I lost count. She even set fire to a boyfriend once when he was sleeping. She got away with it because he wouldn't press charges out of fear of it happening again.
Jesus. I really did respect you. I mean, I really do.
Do you think I wanted to clean the toilets of the Spendy Mart after junkies and homeless people had used it? Do you know how dangerous it is to work at such a place? Especially at night? Yet I did it, and paid the rent. And you treated me like a maid. You were the one who was basically unemployed, but you kept everything a secret. Well, you thought it was a secret. When were you planning on telling me? Screw it, it doesn't matter anymore. I hope you and Carla are happy together. You deserve each other. I don't want anything to do with either of you ever again. I have no use for such a piece of crap man or sister in my life. But lucky for you, you've got a nicer, younger Carla to look after you now. You know she works for a very large and successful company. I'm sure you'll be very happy together.
Of course we will. We are already happy. And Innovision will be fine. I've secured new financial backers in Germany and they are coming on board this week.
Good luck convincing the government to allow that takeover.
It's a merger, not a takeover.
Whatever. You just keep telling yourself everything is fine. So tell me, why didn't you tell me your company was in dire straits?
I wasn't going to lower myself to talk business with a part-time convenience store worker.
Is that the respect you were just talking about?
I'm not like you. I can find a new job just like that. I could totally ditch Innovision and have a new company up and running in a flash.
Lawsuits pending.
You know about that?
I think your former office girl pretty much told me everything. You're basically unemployed and trying to avoid debt collectors, the IRS included.
I'm just taking it easy for a while until the merger goes through, okay? I'll be fine. And I definitely don't need to stoop to your level and clean up junkie vomit for a job.
Okay then, if you say so. But Carla knows all about it now. Good luck with that merger. And her. Oh, and not that it's any concern of yours, but I found a new job with a smaller workload and twice the salary. I hope it all works out for you guys.
What? Twice the salary of Slappington, Goldman, and Waits? That's seriously good money! How did you find a place paying that kind of money?
I told you I was taking my time to find the best possible place. There was no rush. You never listened to me. Then you started belittling me about doing shifts at the Spendy Mart. I went to a few interviews and finally settled on a place where I think I can be a great asset. So with that, I'm starting a new life. I hope it all works out with Carla.
This sucks! He really did lie to me. His company barely exists at all. What really does exist is a pile of debt and lawsuits on the horizon. Everything you said was true. Even if by some miracle he manages to avoid jail time, some German company looks like it's going to take over the software he developed and move everything to Frankfurt or Franken something.
Frankfurt? Why are you telling me all this? He said it would all be fine.
How can it be fine? Even I know the IRS mean business. Right now the company and the merger don't mean anything. We need money now.
Don't you have any savings?
Look, the rent is due, and if we don't pay, we are in deep trouble. How can a guy of his age have no money? Not even an emergency fund!
I always assumed there was at least enough to pay the rent for a while. He was supposed to be in charge of saving our money every month. I was paying the rent, which was the biggest expense. After a few living expenses, there should have been a lot left to save.
He said he's used it all trying to keep his company from going under. He also told me the stress of watching what he built go down the drain made him drink and gamble more than usual.
You know what? I just don't care anymore. He's yours now. You stole him and you can't give him back.
It's your fault! The stress of this breakup is killing him!
What the hell are you talking about? The breakup was orchestrated by you!
He said you had taken half the money.
I only took half of the savings. After what you two did, you should be thanking me for not taking the lot. What he did with the other half after that isn't anything to do with me. And besides, that saving money was half mine to start with. Maybe even more. You don't have the right to scream at me about it.
I'll scream as much as I like! You'll pay for what you've done. I'm your sister, and you let me walk right into this trap. You'll burn for this. I thought he was on the way to riches. I'd be married to the richest guy in the room, and we'd fly in a private jet to resorts all over the world. That's how all those tech giants operate. Have you seen how rich some of those guys are? The two guys who intervened then sold our tube to Grundle are billionaires. That was what I thought I was getting when I took him from you. I thought we'd live in this condo and look down on the poor people in the street below. That was the dream. When all the time he was lying through his teeth. He has nothing.
Give him a bit of credit, Carla. He is a genius computer whiz. It just turns out he doesn't do decent human being very well. But with your track record with men, I think you'll be great together. If he doesn't go to jail, that is.
We have no money to pay the rent!
Well, I wouldn't worry too much. It may seem like the end of the world right now, which it might be for you and him. But I'm sure he'll find a new job if he really needs to. Spendy Mart is always looking for new staff. Louise isn't going to make it back anytime soon with shotgun pellets lodged in his spine. Knowing this great country of ours, he'll have to sell a child or a kidney to pay for his existing medical bills. I don't think he'll be getting the surgery he needs anytime soon. Why don't you mention it to Jason? The dirty green apron is always here for him. You'll just have to look after him until he gets his life back in order. And hey, cheer up! At least you've got a good job. That company is a household name. After disinfectant sales went through the roof last year, I was reading the other day that the president just bought the latest Jetstream G700.
I quit.
Aw, sad to hear it.
Jason was on the way up! I didn't need to work if he was on the rise in the latest tech unicorn. I was planning to be a full-time housewife and look after him. I couldn't get that job back if I tried. I've already handed in my notice. They'll have hired a replacement already.
No way! You didn't talk to Jason before doing that?
No! I wanted to surprise him.
What kind of surprise is that?
Sis! What should I do? I'm screwed. Oh God, I feel a panic attack coming on. What should I do about the rent this month? And the next? You've gotten a new job, right? Double the pay? You've gotta throw me a bone here. I need your help, Sis.
What on earth are you talking about? Have you forgotten what's happened in the last few weeks? I'm not helping such a horrible scheming pair as you two. I wouldn't pour Cappy on you if you were on fire after what you've done.
What?
Actually, I would. But it would be on the part that wasn't burning. You're on your own. Hey, if you need money that badly, you could both always come down and put on a Spendy Mart apron. It might be a great newlywed bonding experience.
Ew.
Okay, that's enough chit-chat. I'll be signing off now. I'm busy organizing my move to my new apartment.
Don't just leave me. I apologize for everything. I'm sorry for teasing you and looking down on you for working minimum wage. I never thought my life would take such a turn for the worst. I'm sorry, Sis. Please forgive me. I'm sorry for everything. I take it all back. You're the best sister. You're the cute one. I couldn't hold a candle to your graciousness and beauty.
Ease up. Hey, come down for an interview. The manager likes me, so I'll put in a good word for you. I might be seeing you on the graveyard shift before too long. We could flush out the soda lines together. Carla threw an absolute tantrum and ripped the condo apart. Jason was terrified and nearly called the police. She went to her old place of work and tried to have her resignation voided, but it had already been processed and she was too late. As for Jason, the German company that was going to buy into his company pulled out at the last stage, leaving him in debt without any salary. He tried to find a new tech job, but his reputation followed him everywhere and nobody would hire him. He sent me a text the other day. Please set up a meeting with your manager. Can you believe it? He met with the manager, but apparently he tried to negotiate for higher pay. No late nights, longer breaks, and a 3-day week. The manager laughed him out of the store. He winked at me, gave me a thumbs up, and said I was wise to wash my hands of such a spoilt little brat of a man. Then the pair of them moved out of the expensive condo and both started doing temp work. Jason even tried his hand at manual labor. I was surprised to hear that, let me tell you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!